Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully you're looking after yourself and having a great start to the week wherever you are or whenever you're watching this video. We're back on my account today, and we're going to be looking at the one and only recent fusion. I've been holding off to do a video on this guy as I wanted to make sure I had the 5-star blessing from the fusion and from the Titan event, but I wanted to do a full champion guide on FOULBEARD. This will be an in-game guide, and this will be more aimed at certain areas in the game where I think he'd be the best in the game for. So there will be a faction wars, which I think is going to be the first area he's going to be great in because his kit is really great for that. I think HYDRA is his main spot, which is a reason why I went for the 5-star blessing, as well as the Titan points and coalition event points and etc. Another reason why I went for him is he just looked really sweet. I think he's great for wave-based clearing, and I feel like he will be good for arena to a certain point as well. I don't think he'd be great at the top end of arena, but if you don't have much to use, obviously anyone with a 5-star blessing can put in some work, especially in a AoE A1 as well. So there's a few ways that we can build him for arena, and I will go over that today in today's video, which will be something hopefully you guys are looking forward to. So he has his own increased attack, which is amazing. Champion that can always self buff the self is amazing. He has a double hitter before attacking, places increased attack. Any champion that increases their own attack again is amazing ability. Each critical hit will land at increases the damage dealt from the second hit as well. We're ignoring killable and shields. Fantastic. Attacks one enemy here 2 times. We'll ignore 25% of the target defense. If the target defense are from the corrupted or a boss or minion, we ignore 50% of the target defense instead. Each hit decreases the target's attack by 5, which is great, and also increases this champion's attack as well by 5, which is fantastic. He has a passive as well, which will activate the Demon Breaker, which is very similar to 4. That's why he's being compared a lot to 4. I don't think he's similar to 4. I think the passives are very similar in that aspects, because both of them have this kind of passive where it's not really common to have in a game, which is an interesting one for sure. And then obviously the passive is for the default skill, which will attack all enemies before attacking, has a 25% for booking, and then he has a 30, 40, 50% chance of landing weaken, which is fantastic overall. We'll gain extra turn if the weakens on all enemies as well. He also has attack aura in all battles. So I guess main areas I'll be using him will be faction wars and probably faction wars and Hydra will be the main 2 places. I've already beat the boss, but I think that he can offer something different. So the AoE for faction wars, this could offer a AoE stun set as well, which is also another option as well, if you can build that as like a hybrid option. Anyway, we're gonna go take him into arena. We're gonna build him out on the optimizer, and I'm gonna show you guys how to build him on optimizer, and then we'll take him into Hydra. Alright then, this is what we took for arena. There is a little slight issue actually here. I wouldn't be taking Shield Breaker because he does ignore shield on one of his abilities. I guess you can still take this for the A1, which is perfectly fine. That's something that's questionable, but these are the masteries that we're going to be running. We took a blessing already, which will be Lightning Cage, because that's just going to be the best way to build him for in-game arena. I'm not going to take a relic because it's very expensive to move relics, but I think like any damage relic honestly would be really good. So I think like anything like necrosis, for example, could be great on him, as he's going to get plenty of turns. And then there is other options as well, like cat gaze as well could be good options, and then so on and so on. There's a few options for sure. We'll talk about PvC relics a bit later on. Right now he's not being geared, so we're going to show you on optimizer how we are going to gear my friend. And yeah, so we're gonna take the lethal. We're gonna make sure we refresh him. So we're gonna go lethal builds. We're gonna go for arena. So for arena, we want about 275 speed. We don't want any accuracy for arena because we don't care to land the weaken. We just want him to basically pop people. Then you want a ignore defense set, something like lethal, stone skin, or sorry, lethal, instinct, or savage, one of the three. Merciless would be great for PvSE. It's not going to be great for arena. Obviously, if that's the only thing you have, then I'd be surprised if that's the only thing you have. If I'm being honest, if you don't have Savage, etc. Could also go in Slayer as well for the A1 for PvSE as well. I don't have great Slayer, so we won't be showcasing that today. There is no bonuses put on here. We're not going to put any options on as well. I'm going to try and put some presets on without breaking any of the HYDRA team that we've built for today's video. I built a new HYDRA team. So you can see here the stats were coming in at 276 speed, no glyphs or anything like that. Obviously try and put some 4-star or 5-star glyphs depending on how much you got available. The attack is going in at 6,800, which is very respectable. Then we got 275 speed, which is respectful, 300 critical damage. It's a fairly decent build. I wouldn't say it's like a crazy build, but I would say it's a fairly decent one overall. Obviously, there's some oil missing as well, and bits and bobs as well. So that's one thing to take into consideration. So that is going to be this. Now, again, I have mentioned that he's not a top tier nuker for arena. I would say he's good, but I wouldn't say he's like a Song Wong or anything like that. So I'm just going to make sure that my other champions are built and ready to go, because we don't want to be losing because we are missing gear. So we've got two. Let me check if Embrace is built. Embrace is also built as well. So Embrace will be the stone skin remover. I guess maybe we don't want to be using Embrace because I feel like most of you guys actually won't have Embrace. So let me see. Okay, let me think. You got Armance, I guess. So this has got Queen of Hearts. That'll be a bit annoying. Okay, so this is going to be like a team that you would probably use him in. So this is one way of kind of doing it. So you obviously will go increase attack or speed lead. It's worth noting that you won't actually need the Arbiter because he's got his own increase attack. So we just need to go with him. And then we could come in with someone like Armance, for example. And I guess Lamassu could be a fun champion as well. I would probably go 2 boost or 2cc champions. Showing all the arena builds right now, just making sure everyone's built. Okay, so we could actually go Fabian, because then you've got 2ccs, you've got the 1 boost, and this would be a very standard one. Now obviously CF can be replaced with Arbiter, like we mentioned, but we don't need Arbiter in his team because he builds himself. What I like about him is he's Force Affinity, and it's really hard to get good Force Affinity nukers in the game. And honestly, it took me a while to get my first one, which was Mountain King back in the day when Candy was meta. Obviously, you're going to do the increased speed. You're going to play your debuffs like so. And then obviously, if you're faster, you win. I don't see him going in any other team as well. You could use him in a blender team if you wanted, but I feel like this is probably like a better style of team for Live Arena overall. Now we want to see his damage potential to see what he can do. So let's have a look. Again, these are not strong teams. He's not meant to be end game nuker, like platinum arena pushing style nuker. He's just meant to be a gold 5 basic general nuker, right? So you can see that damage is a little bit respectable. I would say it's on a little bit on the low end, but for like, again, gold 5 farming, I think it's generally quite fine. So again, we can try this ability here. I think he is also better in fights, which will be longer fights as well, because of he is A2, right? Which is one of them. Now we've got Harima. Harima is a very difficult champion to kind of take on overall. So again, if you can't get stone skin, just make him fast. Make sure you got enough damage on him. If you can't get stone skin in there, you can also use like stuff like Aspect Syrup. So let's try out the 8-3 again. Okay, cool. We do get a couple of kills. Nothing too special again. I want to see this A2 in effect. Now you have to play the A3 over the A2 to see that increase attack. We'll probably throw in Arbiter in a minute so we can see the other abilities in play. Okay, so we have 32k there. Not amazing, not bad. Like you can see that the build is not bad overall. I don't think he hits as hard as 4 straight off the bat. I know his damage output for Hydra can just be as impressive as 4's from what I've seen. The E1 is pretty nice as well with the 45k there. Okay, so let's have a look as well. So we've got Queen of Hearts, which again is not a great, what's the word I'm looking for? A great showcase, because she will cut in and counter the team. I guess this is something you can also try as well. Honestly, it could be something like this with a AI ally attack champion like Leader Mikage, for example. I actually don't think mine's built right now. Let's see, presets should be for Fire Knight, because I only use her in Fire Knight really. So okay, 268. I think it's just speed tuned, but you could definitely do something like this as well. This is also an option. Again, you can also use a blender team with like a Torment or like a Sinacia, anything like that. It's definitely options there as well. Personally, I don't want to recommend a blender team any of these days. I don't feel like they are very reliable like they used to be. So that's one thing I'd kind of say about that. So we could open up with something like this, come in with some damage, then obviously he's going to go next as well, which again you can just come in and just go straight at wipe. He ignores unkillable, no problem at all. So I guess that's a few ways we can use him. I'm going to do this fight as well, and then we'll take him into Hydra and showcase him in Hydra and wave-based Lyra as well. We need to reset his masteries for Hydra as well. So again, this will be something will come in here. So we'll go like this, and then Lady Mikage will finish this off as well. So decent multipliers on E1, can't be too upset with that. So let me go ahead. Well, I guess we're going to a bit of Doom Tower now, and we're kind of just put him in some like wave-based clearing content kind of situation, which is where he's also going to be very strong as well. Alright then, so we are on stage 101. I've kind of put like a little team together for clearing the waves of Doom Tower. We kind of wanted to just showcase him and what he can do in clearing waves. Now, blessings and build could be better to match this. Obviously, we have Armads and Fabian, which are like free-to-play champions, Lydia and Arbiter as well. So the pretty standard champions with crowd control champions, which is going to be needed around him to kind of allow him to do his job and enable to him to do what he needs to do, right? So we want him to control the waves and ads. We obviously got Arbiter in there to kind of protect him as well, give him a revive as well. Lydia offering a little bit of survivability, but also that defense down and weaken, so he can kind of do his job as well better with wave space clearing. So again, if you're really limited on champions, or if you're looking for something different and you want to spice it up, this is generally the way. So this is on a high end of Doom Tower. My gear is pretty crazy. I normally be able to like beat this anyway with like 5-man nukers these days, but you know, that's just something different. You can see here some good numbers are coming out from him for wave-based clearing. I'm just going to turn on the aircon because it's very hot in here. And he's generally getting a job done with the right CC champions. Now you can use a lot of different options for CC champions, like Lady Mikage for a second form as well. That's also an option if you're missing someone like Fabian or something like Armads or something like that, or against affinity issues as well. That's something as well you can kind of look into. Generally, like force affinity is a pretty strong affinity anyway for most cases, like when it comes to PvE and PvP aspects as well, because all the better champions are generally magic champions. You can see here hasn't had any problems, not even come close to dying. Oh, there we are, Mountain King kind of giving us a smack just to remind us that we shouldn't speak too soon. And yeah, this is kind of just another good example. If he can clear the waves, he can cycle through his abilities quite fairly quick. It's not the quickest runs in the world, but you can see again, it's very consistent and you don't have to worry too much. I wish Armads and Fabian were in the game when I was doing Doom Tower, because I remember this content being a bit of a chore, which I guess I'll speak about later on. So we're going to stop it there. We're now going to take him into HYDRA and to see what we can do there. So you can see on the wave face clearing, he did the 1.5. The build is exactly the same as the first build. So let's build him for HYDRA then. So we're going to go for a HYDRA build next. So this will be something that we want to do. I'm just going to fix all my arena nukers quickly. Because of the free gear removal, I'm a bit of a tight bomb when it comes to silver. Okay then, never mind. We actually ran out of time anyway. So when you're running a stone skin nuker, as long as if you're at a high end arena, you want to be the slowest really is 250 speed. You can afford to be slower than that if you're at the highest end of arena as well. So the speeds you can kind of take a hit or miss depending on your situation. Now anyway, we're going to build his masteries for HYDRA. HYDRA masteries will be slightly different, maybe not too different, but there will be some good stuff in here. Now, I don't run HYDRA keys anymore. I just do quick battles, kind of makes it a bit simple as well on videos. Time is very scarce in this game overall. So we're going to take accuracy on this. We're going to take Master Hexer for the A1 because we do want him to try and land that weaken as much as possible. And obviously we're going to come in the critical rate and etc. We'll take Heart of Glory. We'll take Life Drinker because it's tap based nuker, and we'll take Cycle of Violence because we do expect him to do quite a bit of damage, which will seed the HP to reset his abilities, and then we'll come in with some other damage stuff. Now you could go War Master. I'm gonna go Hammer Smasher because of how good my gear is, which is just a bit better. And then you normally could go Kill Stroke, but I also like the idea of running Blood Shield as well. Could be quite useful just for a bit more survivability. You have to be careful of Mischief, obviously, if you're going to do that. Now, Lightning Cage is not good for HYDRA because that will cast as a buff and it will attract Mischief, and you don't want Mischief to take increased attack and spread it across the whole team. So that's just one thing you can take. There is a few options. The main option I would recommend is a Natural Wrath, which is what we're going to be taking today, and this will enable the Relic as well to do more damage, to allow him to do more damage, which is going to be the Coronet Wrath. Now, I only got one on my account, so if you guys got more than one, you're extremely lucky. I've got 4 mythical relics, and I've only got one of these, which is Epic Relic. So it kind of just shows you what can happen. So this is an arena build, and it's really important that we remember that this is arena build. And now we want to build in for HYDRA. So again, you're kind of just going to, actually we'll just reset here and I'll kind of show you what I would do on the optimizer. So we're going to go damage build, and then ideally we're looking for a 6-piece or 9-piece Merciless or a 9-piece Slayer overall, or even 6-piece Slayer. One of them 3 abilities are great. If you don't have them, then just go Savage, Lethal, or Instinct. Now for HYDRA, because we want to weaken, we want him to be kind of faster than the rest of my nukers. Now I have got a defense down champion already. This is going to be for hard mode, so we're going to go 350 accuracy, which is more than enough for that area. Now because it's HYDRA, we want to add on the HYDRA bonuses on this to make sure that we get a correct build and make sure it's working efficiently and doing its job. Now we want to kind of look at all the Merciless gear, but again, we're already running Merciless gear in the team, so we don't want to take Merciless gear from our other champions, causing me some other options. So Tamisia will be in Hydra team. Tamisia will go nicely with this guy because she will she will bring the hatred burns, which will counter the poison cloud, which will make the team a bit more consistent. So you can see here again, Timisia's came up. Matisma is a 6-star blessing, so she does hit like a truck. A lot of people say I should power in for Maris. So you can see here, we've got a HP banner, which is not great, and a defense ring, which is not great. But for now, the stats look fairly okay. We've got 344 critical damage, 7,200, which he only increases his own attack as well. So we're going to go ahead and equip this. This will be probably something I'll be using on a weekly basis. And then again, these are the stats overall. Then I will show you what we're going to do on the team. So we're going to go into this. And we're going to go into hard mode. I don't think we'll get like a ton of damage. This is going to be a team we're going to showcase. We've got Duchess opening with the Veils and a Revive, which is a bit of a dum-dum. Then we've got Chris. It looks like he's missing some gear. So I might need to go check Chris's gear. Then we've got Androck just coming in with the block buffs and the weaken. And then we have Clamidus coming in with the Hex and etc. You can see that these champions are not booked. And then Timisia is going to be the BAM. Then him coming in with this, and I'll do one at the A2 to do some stuff as well. Again, if you're just going to do some angle, you'd probably do the A2 like 5 times, take up the extra damage, and then probably leave it after that. I'm gonna just see what is what with Chris because he seems a bit slow. Let me just make sure he's got his Hydra accessories. Okay, so apparently that's what we normally run him in, but Chris needs a rework then for sure. So this is one thing we're gonna do. Again, you could also go cruelty as well, just to add in a bit of cruelty. If you've got already, if you're not got like high level cruelty, I've only got level 3, so that's one thing we could take into consideration. Now we do the quick battle, and ideally it lasts for 1,000 turns. Ideally, hopefully, this is a new team together. I never ran this team at all, so I kind of threw some champions in, and I have no idea how much damage we're gonna do. So Clamidus coming in with 120. Timisia coming in with 176, which has got a 6-star blessing, and then we have FOULBEARD coming in there as well. This team would probably do about 600 million once I got 2 relics, the coronet on these two as well. Like she actually normally hits pretty hard. She normally goes like 220, but because she's missing that relic, it's probably hurt my damage a little bit. Overall, this is great damage. We're not going to complain with this. We're going to keep that key. My damage is not too bad overall. This Hydra class, we have a new personal best since the nerves, etc., which is now like 6.7 billion, which is not too shabby, right? It's quite respectful. It hasn't counted yet. Overall, I do need to kind of work on that Trinity key a little bit more. And then I guess that's it for today's champion showcase, guys. Like, you've kind of seen them in all the areas. I will probably start dropping videos next week on Faction Wars 21. I've cleared quite a few of the bosses already, and I will start dropping them next week. I've been focused on seasons right now, and seasons finishes tomorrow, so I can start working on Faction War videos and kind of start dropping them and seeing what's what on that as well. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I know it's very difficult and very tedious right now, and I'm not happy with the game as well. I will drop in another video today about how I feel with the game overall right now, and yeah, just going on over a few things, and hopefully playing will watch the video as well. But that is a different video for today. Anyway, guys, ideally, hopefully you enjoy this champion. Let me know down in the comments, and let me know down in the comments about the audio. I've been working hard on the audio, and hopefully you enjoy this. Try not to sit too close to the mic, but also not try to sit too far away. It's kind of one of them ones not to kind of like move back in the video, or like, you know, lean back or whatever. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll be Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.